And my last topic for today is going to be, I was going to actually turn it into, all these organizations moving into PUBG Mobile. We've talked way too much about them. So I wanted to kind of flash something off you.
Shoot.
And that question would be, and you guys listening as well, what game out there do you think supports its creators or its players the most?
In terms of what? Do you mean like in terms of like the developers
In terms
engaging
of,
with the community?
I should have
promoting
clarified.
creators? Yeah.
So it's not in terms of presenting the best possible game or the best possible content. What game out there provides financially the best for its creators?
Like pays them the most?
Yeah.
Like their content creators.
Or creates the most ways to make money?
Probably would have to be Epic, I imagine. I would say either Epic or Digital Extremes. One of the two.
Before I get into why you said the correct answer, what is Digital Extremes?
They're the company that does Warframe. And
they have a nice reward system for...
Yeah. So like if a player makes like a really nice skin for a Warframe, they have a system in place where like they'll put it in their game on PC at least, and the player will get like a pretty large cut of all the profits from the skin. Yeah.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, they're creators. They have a creator program that I think the creators gets like some returns from, and bunch of like creator icons and stuff in the game.
I guess to get bounced off that, I think CSGO does a decent job, or Valve does a decent job. They do the same thing for their cases. Community presented skins are on the market all the time, and if Valve takes those community made skins, they give them a large cut of the case proceeds, which can be a pretty
lucrative. Yeah.
But it certainly has to be Epic Games, and I don't think there's any really comparison in terms of it's not even close, and that is based off just one fact, that being creator codes. And I bounce off a question again off you. When it comes time for creator codes, I'm just curious, will anyone else do this kind of thing in the future? And why are they not? Because I think Epic has done such a great job, especially with the most recent announcement of the Ninja skin. He's the first official Icon series to have his own skin in the game, and with more to come, you have to imagine he probably easily made six figures off that sole day today. This is a week pre-recorded podcast, easily made six figures, and going forward is probably making even more than that off his own individual skin. Besides all of that, they update their item store, all the time. And these creators who can stream or make YouTube videos or compete, all of their creator codes and a community supporting them, which we've never really seen in this level before. And so why are other games not doing this? Because if they do, let me jump on board. It seems to be very lucrative for so many people out there, and I've never seen it before.
I think some others do. I wouldn't have them off the top of my head, but I do recall a couple that have creator codes for YouTubers and stuff like that. At least. Yeah. In my mind, the reason why other developers may not is because I don't know how many communities are actually down for that, especially with how many online communities where obviously each creator is going to have their own individual community within a community, right?
Yeah.
And I think outside of that space, in a lot of other games, what I see is the community of people that just play the game and just enjoy the game. A lot of them have a lot of, I wouldn't say hatred, but there's a general distaste for content creators in a lot of other gaming communities. Constant complaints about, content creator said this and then this happened, content creator did that, or why is this content creator trying to act like they know X, Y, Z? You see stuff like that pop up constantly for Overwatch, for League, for Destiny even. I think they're probably trying to strike a balance in between not tying themselves too closely to the people who might represent their game in some weird way, because in a way,
that's a nice point, because then it's to some extent, if you have a highly controversial content creator, all of a sudden your game is rewarding that highly controversial person,
and the two are connected.
Let's say so and so from Overwatch or League of Legends, all of a sudden they're bashing the game, and there's going to be people against them and obviously people for them, though, and all of a sudden they become known as a trash talker of the game, but they're also being rewarded for talking that trash because you're supporting them. It would be a weird dynamic, and I agree to that point. But also, when you said games like League of Legends, there are so many great creators out there, and you can imagine a Mo from 100 Thieves or Pokimane, and there are Skara and the likes. Again, I'm not going to name all of them because it would take all day, but you would have to think that if done correctly, especially around Worlds time, and obviously only the winning team gets World skins, but they could do so many things, because when it comes time for economy of in-game skins, it's probably Fortnite, then League of Legends.
Right, yeah.
Who does it best? And then Smite does a great job too. I don't know. I find it curious.
Shout out to all 5 Smite fans out there.
I just find it very curious that more developers or companies out there aren't trying to do that same angle. And I'm very interested at what their main reason would be.
Yeah, I'd be curious to hear from an actual dev on that front too.
What they're trying to avoid.
I'm glad that they don't, because I feel like it would get annoying real fast.
If everyone did it,
it's already kind of annoying with Fortnite people.
That is,
like, because everybody just like their Twitter handle is like
Coach Way.
Yeah. It's all stuff like that, and I'm like, I don't care. I don't know you, my guy. Like, stop, go away. Like, and if it was everywhere, I just feel like it'd be like 5 times worse, and. We'd probably hit a bubble real quick where everybody would just have to stop.
I think it's super interesting, not only that others have not taken it on, but also the kind of the thinking behind Epic Games doing this. Because the more you think about it, Fortnite it's certainly had its gigantic rise. It's still going to be a big game no matter what happens. But during its fall now, you're going to see a lot of people not want to stray away from it, even if they don't enjoy it, because they have so much financially relying on it.
See, and that's 100% of the reason why I think Epic did it in the first place.
They get people invested by investing into them without even their own money. Like, it's a cut of the proceeds that the people are spending, and you're latching on to your creators and saying, yo, you go somewhere else, there's not codes for you.
I mean, there's a reason that Epic Games is doing this right now of all times, where Fortnite is kind of on a slight decline, where all of a sudden...
right. Oh, and creator skin.
Yeah, hey, creator, promote your new skin to people, and maybe they'll come back to the game and try the skin, and then if they come by the skin, they'll want to play and use the skin, obviously.
And now you have it where Ninja's not going to want to stop playing, even though that is by far and away his main game, but as they slowly release more and more of these creator skins, you're going to see a giant push at first, and probably, I mean, I don't know how long that push is going to last, how long, but especially when it comes down to people who are already borderline quitting, but it's definitely going to keep them going for a bit longer. And so I think I don't know, it's super weird to me that they are so clever.
Just watch them, like say a year from now, they could take some gaming guy or girl who doesn't even play Fortnite and say, hey, we made you a Fortnite skin, come play with us. And then that's just a fresh influx. That's a fresh audience that all of a sudden might be kind of interested.
Like, Dr. Disrespect will eventually get an official skin. There's already one that looks like him, but it's eventually going to be official, and he hates the game. Like, he doesn't play it that often. We all know that. So I think it's going to be very weird, the moves they make. And definitely to your point, the timing of this, they've had creator codes since the dawn of time, but especially as of recently with this Icon series, it just makes sense.
But if you think when they implemented creator codes, Fortnite wasn't that big.
But and then once they did...
And then once they did, it blew up, which I'm pretty sure is why they introduced creator codes in the first place.
Did we just crack the code to why Fortnite was successful?
I'm sure it was a big factor.
But then why are other games not looking at that and saying, why don't we do it? Is it because it makes a bubble?
Well, to be fair, I think a lot of other games don't want to aggressively push their cash shop in the same way that Fortnite does.
Yeah.
A lot of other games will be very quiet about hey, we've got our microtransactions over here.
You're right.
No,
dang, this is because it's weird because Epic Games can flaunt their item shop as much as they want, you will never hear backlash.
I try to look for articles on the website. I try to look through their Twitter account to find announcements of an event or something, and it's all just cash shop stuff. They barely promote in-game events publicly, just cash shop items.
And they can release so many skins. Meanwhile, if Smite, back full circle, Smite releases 2 skins in the same 2-week span. Everyone from the outside is like, what? Just freaking high res cashing out here.
Trying to make money off the
community. Meanwhile, Epic Games dropped a dozen skins at a time. It's wild. Epic Games is wild. They can seem to be very smart, and we'll see how these whole creator codes affect the game in the long, long term.